Darkness in Resident Evil Outbreak.
Go to hell!
Wardrobe malfunctions in Wrath Unleashed.
Your flame shall bend to my will.
And much, much more.
I'm bleeding, and I can't stop.
Yeah, it's game time. Please welcome the only celebrities who don't have a sex tape, Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
Somehow I feel bad hearing that. Hello and welcome to X-Play.
On today's show, we have a new Resident Evil game filled with shambling, bloodthirsty zombies.
Yep, that sounds like me on a Friday night. Yeah, definitely. Anyway, we also have an action game with dragons.
Ooh, dragons, my nerdometer is revving up.
And it comes to us from Square Enix, who are the people behind the Final Fantasy series. Yes, exactly.
Final Fantasy, my nerdometer is in overdrive. Plus a new strategy game from LucasArts.
And the game so bad, you must watch our review to believe it.
Bad Plus, for the old school fans, a side-scrolling shooter.
But we kick the show off with a first look at one of the biggest survival horror games of the year.
As many of you know, Capcom's Resident Evil has been the industry's preeminent horror series. But lately, the games have become fairly formulaic. Bad camera angles, endless item collection, climactic boss battle with a big gun that pops up out of nowhere. Now, all that is about to change.
For the first time, Capcom is taking Resident Evil online, and the results look mighty promising. Here's our preview of Resident Evil Outbreak for the PS2.
Yesterday, just before dawn, the Pentagon announced that radioactive waste has been leaked throughout Raccoon City.
Man, Raccoon City just can't catch a break. First, it's got the dumbest name ever for a city. And whenever people there start to relax, the Umbrella Corporation infects everyone with a zombifying virus and the whole place goes to hell. Huh. Kind of looks like Mardi Gras. Beads. Anyway, the undead are back in Resident Evil Outbreak, and this time Capcom has replaced the Kevlar-clad protagonists of past installments with a bunch of ordinary schmoes fighting for survival in tense online play that gives new meaning to deathmatch.
I don't want to die. No.
As Outbreak opens, 8 characters are grabbing drinks in Jay's bar when the party gets crashed by a bunch of zombies. Beer. Wow, that zombie is really drunk. Ah! Run away! Oh! Outbreak is broken into 5 scenarios, each supporting 4 players connected via the network adapter. The stories are vaguely linked into a single plot, and in offline engagements, AI players will also fill out the roster. Each of Outbreak's sexy singles has a unique ability. For example, the cop has a gun. The journalist is a master of unlocking things, and the plumber is remarkably hot for a plumber.
What?
Just stay away from the window. We took the single-player mode for a spin and discovered that while teamwork is the only way out, short-term survival can override the influence of long-term friendship.
Go to hell!
In true horror film style, only one person may reach the finish line alive, but it won't happen by undercutting everyone else along the way.
Help me.
No. For example, when wounded players are reduced to crawling, sympathetic teammates can lend a shoulder to pick them up. And when you're attacked, your friends will step in to save you if they can.
I'm bleeding, and I can't stop.
Although this lady just looks like she had too many martinis.
Don't touch me! Damn!
Not only will you build barricades, break down walls, and hide in closets, you also get to kick zombified ass. And while several classic weapon varieties litter the scenarios, you can now pick up melee weapons, like this pipe, that bend and deteriorate with repeated use. Or you can use a broom, which is possibly the suckiest weapon ever. One of the most effective parts of the game is the way it captures the chaos of the proceedings. And sound is a huge part of that.
Hell no, son of a...
Hey, I know we're being menaced by the undead, but can you watch the language?
Go to hell!
In the single-player mode, the game generates random and slightly repetitive comments for the player and the AI.
I just had a thought. Dear God!
For example, This woman seems to be a spokesman for Nike.
Just do it. Just do it. Just do it.
Shut up!
Just do it.
Still, the AI and the ill-timed dialogue does give the game its share of puzzling moments.
Hi!
I found it. Oh, God.
Ooh, I'm also not too sure what's going on here. Ah! Or here.
Here's what I'm thinking.
What's up? How's it going? What happened?
The online play has potential for serious intrigue and salacious backstabbing, and could permanently alter the horror and online landscapes. There's a lot more spine-tingling detail about Resident Evil in store, and we'll reveal it all when the dead walk later this year.
No Just do it. Excuse me.
Now here's one of the really great things about online gameplay that we didn't get to cover. Your character starts Outbreak already infected with the T-virus that turns people into zombies.
That means the longer you take to complete a scenario, or the more you get bitten, the higher your rate of infection climbs.
And once it reaches 100%, you turn into a zombie and you can actually play as one of the undead, attacking your online teammates. How cool is that?
Now, on the downside, headset aficionados may be disappointed to learn that voice chat is not supported.
Kind of a letdown, but after playing it's easy to see why. Outbreak relies on disorientation, and it would be too easy to coordinate efforts via voice chat. Anyway, we'll give you our full review when it comes out later this year.
And now we go from the very good to the very, very bad.
Bad. Now, every once in a while, a game comes out that is so awful, it redefines the way we look at bad games. And it makes for some great television.
So let this review be a cautionary tale about what happens when a game fails on every conceivable level. Here's a review of Drake of the 99 Dragons.
Many people ask, is Drake of the 99 Dragons based on an existing comic book? No, it's not. But if it were, that comic would suck.
What was that?
Okay, where do I begin? This is Drake. His skin pallor resembles moldy plasticine. He disfigured Jay Leno when he stole his chin, and his mouth is perpetually open as if he's as shocked as we are at how utterly crappy this game is. But he sure believes in himself.
Nothing can stop me now.
Drake is part of the clan of the 99 Dragons, except someone killed the other 98.
This can't be.
And he's kind of immortal or something.
Drink, and you'll be strong.
That's the key to immortality?
Bitter and sweet.
Honestly, I don't know what's going on here.
Do not fear. You can hear but are unable to move. The time has come.
What is clear is that Drake holds a gun in each hand and runs around shooting at things willy-nilly. The tutorial teaches combat as running away in a circle while mashing on buttons. You're such a badass. This running and gunning is aided by auto-aiming. But not really, because it doesn't work. What you get is Drake chaotically throwing his arms every which way like some homicidal semaphore session.
Nothing can stop me now.
Look at this. Am I hitting anything? What's going on? In case you've recently gouged out your eyes and are just listening to the show, this game controls horribly. Running up the stairs is an effort. Running is an effort. The capper of this melange of mind-bogglingly bad decision-making is that depressing the left control stick slows time. You will slow time a lot by accident as you frantically attempt to make the controls work. Though it is useful for gunning down small Chinese girls.
Nothing can stop me now.
And then there's the camera. You get the sense that camera's constantly looking for a better game to depict, because it's not interested in you. Before it slips my mind, let me mention the graphics. At first, they seem interesting. Then you realize they're not. Drake himself shifts from animation to animation so abruptly, I thought I was having a seizure. Then I realized it was my brain trying to shut down because it couldn't withstand the massive suck emanating from this game. So yeah, pretty much there's no reason to buy this game. No reason to rent this game. No reason to say any more about this game. But I have some time to kill. 1 out of 5.
Nothing can stop me now.
Shut up. we stopped you.
Yep, this game is so bad that it has actually eclipsed Aquaman as the standard by which all other bad games are measured. When this targeting system makes you go like this, see, the game sucks.
Looks like you're voguing.
Well, that's a really nice old school pop culture reference to make.
Thanks. I like them obvious.
Up next, hacking and slashing in Drakengard.
Coming up next, Tech Live, only on Tech TV.
What's in a website? Memories, photos, text? Behind every homepage, there is more than just equipment. There are jobs and hobbies, friends and love interests, businesses, and people. Real people like you and me.
At OLM, we understand that each site has a personal and unique meaning. For instance, this gentleman has opened up his very first legal office. Can you imagine the amount of thought he's putting into each detail? We can.
Whether your website is professional, a small business, special interest group, or a place where friends and family can come together, OLM gives exceptional support from the very beginning. OLM understands the goal of a website and how to advise its owner in the simplest way how to put it all together.
Since 1996, we've been earning the trust of our customers. Because of our 24/7 at-your-service commitment, at the end of each day, it's one less thing our customers have to worry about.
Whether for business or pleasure, personal or not, no two websites are alike. The people are the ones that make the difference, and everyone at OLM knows it. And every OLM customer knows it too. You can find out more information by heading to olm.net/techtv, or you can call 1-800-741-6813. For Digital Avenue, I'm Stacey Barcelata.
Welcome to the wireless age. Got your HP Pavilion ZT3020 notebook PC featuring Intel Centrino mobile technology. Your HP camera and wireless printer. Setting it up was easy, right, Techno Boy? 'Cause you went to CompUSA for that state-of-the-art HP engineering. Then CompUSA came over, set it up, and trained you for free. Who else gives you so much attention? CompUSA, unmatched.
In a world gripped in an epic war,
main cannons, take aim.
Two unlikely heroes
Let's go home!
thrust into an adventure
What should we do, Klaus?
where the future depends on their survival.
The message tube!
It's the ultimate battle of man against machine.
Don't do it, Klaus!
Hold your breath!
Watch Last Exile, a special week-long anime series beginning Monday at 10 p.m. 9 Central, only on Tech TV.
Not to be taken internally, it's Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
I won't tell you how you're supposed to take us.
Hey, welcome back to X-Play.
We have a new game from Square Enix. These are the developers who brought us the Final Fantasy series.
Now, what's remarkable about this title is that Square Enix is known for their RPGs filled with metrosexual men and petulant Japanese children. And this is an action game filled with metrosexual men and petulant Japanese dragons.
Pitter-patter. Will Drakengard garner the cult following Final Fantasy has? Find out in our review of Drakengard for the PlayStation 2.
War is hell. Or heck rather. Pardon my French. Either way though, medieval warfare is a nasty business best served by cranky, vengeful, heroic dudes with fancy swords. Dragons are legendary badasses too. Not only will they swoop down and serve up a sharp-clawed fistful of whoop-ass, but apparently they've also distinguished themselves at the proverbial barbecue. I hope you order the extra crispy.
Your answer! A pact or death!
So anyway, today's special Drakengard has a battle-weary hero entering into a pact with a sinister dragon.
Well,
Yes, a pact.
It's the kind of contract where you combine your silly glowing orbs, absorb a little of each other's powers, and then set out to make things right. With a side order of Princess in Jeopardy.
It begins.
It's a tasty enough dish, vengeance, but sadly, you might not want to clean your plate. What follows is a series of levels that alternate between running around on the ground, kicking ass, flying around the stratosphere, again kicking some butt, and or swooping in low, alternately frying enemies with your fireballs and spanking them on foot with your assorted weaponry. Throw in a few allies, some truly formidable bad guys, and the occasional angry Tinkerbell, plus a stack of fully upgradable weapons, magic attacks, and then toss in increasingly dangerous dragon abilities, and you have all the fixing for 1 or 2 seriously blood-soaked afternoons. Again, I hope you like the extra crispy. Unfortunately, the flying portion of the game quickly boils down to a fairly simple exercise in shoot, dodge, and repeat. And after a couple hours of chop, 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 blast, 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 chop, 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 you might find yourself suffering from a bit of indigestion. Simply put, the title excels at obscenely repetitious gameplay. You're certain to gain some measure of satisfaction from watching your dragon grow more fearsome and destructive as it levels up, and wielding over 60 upgradable weapons against Imperial helmets is something to look forward to, but the game makes a better snack than a full-course meal. It's a worthy distraction in small doses, but it's safe to say we won't be awarding it Game of the Year. We're giving Drakengard a decent 3 out of 5.
I am so tired of the same old cliches. Boy meets dragon, boy rides dragon, boy loses dragon. A level later, they're back together. It's like Pete's Dragon for adults.
And how come all the guys in Square Enix games look like they have those $300 hipster haircuts? He's a knight, not the guitarist for the Strokes.
Up next, would you believe this is a strategy game? Yep, me neither.
Corruption has stained this realm for far too long.
Coming up next, Tech Live, only on Tech TV.
Hey, listen, I'll call you back.
Could you hope you don't mind?
Mom, there's this sign in our yard that says room for rent.
Yeah, that's right, honey. This wireless bill, so out of hand, I had to get your roommate.
Oh, hi.
Oh, dear, that's your brother's roommate. Yours is...
Okay, that wing of the house is closed.
Is your wireless plan costing you a fortune? Well then take your number to T-Mobile, where families talk free. T-Mobile Family Time Plan, just $49.99.
T-Mobile, get more.
I needed a number the other day, but instead of calling directory assistance, I called Info to save some money. You know, to take a more fiscally responsible approach. When I call, they greet me by name. Hello, Governor. You know, I still like the way that sounds. And they always find exactly what I'm looking for less than I used to pay.
Want to save money? Don't just make a call. Make an Infone call. Sign up is free at infone.com.
Goodbye, expensive directory assistance. Hello, Infone.
Hey guys, check this out. Look at these competitive numbers. Speed and reliability. That's what makes a winner.
You're right. You can't argue with great performance.
You guys talking about me? Not you, rookie. Hey, we're talking about Ditech.com.
Refinance your home and cash out equity with Ditech.com. The total under closing cost is only $395.
I can hear you guys now. Lost another one to Ditech.
Log on or call 1-800-DITECH-1.
For Kit Yoon, the only way out of the Hong Kong underworld is to go back in. Jet Li in Rise to Honor, rated T for teen.
Who would have thought that a 4-inch tube could emit 7,000 watts of light? Or that you could get the data of 7 billion stars onto a 4-inch disc? Who would have thought that you could get the power of a V6 with the fuel efficiency of a 4? We did. Introducing the GMC Canyon, the only mid-size pickup to offer the Vortec i5 engine. Who would have thought? Professional-grade engineering. It's not more than you need, just more than you're used to.
They bet me $10 I couldn't say their names backwards. It's Madarelses and Nagram Pipi.
Okay, I'm running out of money now.
That was good, though.
Welcome back to X-Play.
We have a strategy game from LucasArts that has nothing to do with Star Wars. Sorry.
But on the other end, it has women who are basically wearing dental floss, and it has a really stupid title. Here's a review of Wrath Unleashed.
It's time for a little history. In 531, chess is introduced to the Persians, and the perfect game of strategy and intellectual dominance takes hold of mankind.
Awesome.
In 1989, Archon is introduced to Nintendo Entertainment System owners. Accounting for the precipitous decline in the synaptic prowess of the ensuing millennia, board pieces battle it out when occupying the same square.
Player 2.
And now today we have Wrath Unleashed. It's no longer a board, but a hexagonal collection of elemental wastelands. So you can imagine that this game is designed for a gamer with specific tastes, the love of a good turn-based strategy game.
Steadfast purity of
Whoa.
wicked hell.
And the continuing belief that with enough hope, the Frank Frazetta prints on their walls will come to life.
Leaving havoc and destruction in her wake.
Okay, so, hold on. I'm not ready to go back to this just yet.
Join me. An alliance will empower us both.
Actually, I'm feeling pretty empowered right now.
Silence.
Your corruption has stained this realm for far too long.
Maybe that wouldn't be a problem if some of you put some clothes on. Good lord, if those hips get any looser, someone's gonna get hurt. Okay, back to moving the figurines. So, what you want to do in the game is hold positions of magical power.
Player 2 casts teleport.
You do this by moving your magical creature pieces. Now, your pieces also have power ratings, which is essential for developing your placement strategy. Leading your armies to small figures or minor deities. This modest bunch. Each one represents an element, and good or evil. See, she likes having her boobies grabbed. That means she's evil.
Your flame shall bend to my will.
This comes back to the game board, because the elemental regions also give you advantages and disadvantages. This comes into play when you bump up against each other and fight it out in 3D. And this is the game's big problem. See, the combat isn't very good. The controls don't feel very responsive and require overly exact timing, making the game best suited for the strategy freak who excels at Virtua Fighter 4.
Player 2 wins.
This doesn't ruin the game, but the fighting is what distinguished it from traditional strategy. Then again, this is better than my old copy of Beastmaster. A 3 out of 5.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Wrath Unleashed does not support Xbox Live Play, which is a shame since it's actually kind of fun to play with other people.
You know, the women in this game all look like they're competing in the erotic ice capades. Someone should tell Katarina that an evil goddess has her unitard.
In a moment, side-scrolling lives in Blowout.
In the new millennium, over half of the Earth's computers fell victim to the attack of the killer worms. These deadly worms threaten to destroy our computers. But for less than $1 a week, you can fight back with StopSign. StopSign guarantees to get you and keep you virus-free or your money back. And you get unlimited free phone support. StopSign, because the only good worm is a dead worm. StopSign, the best virus protection guaranteed. Call 1-800-WORMS-KO now.
Universal Orlando Resort, a vacation from the ordinary. Fairy tales and pixie dust not quite your thing? Log on to universalorlando.com for a vacation package that'll blow your mind.
I can't believe I owe this much money.
How did it get this bad?
2 jobs, and I'm only paying the minimum? I'm just not getting ahead.
Now I'm even scared to answer the phone in our own home.
Disconnect notice? Could things get any worse? Where's the light at the end of my tunnel?
Community Credit Counseling Corporation understands, and we can help you solve your problems. One simple phone call to us can help take the creditors off your back and let you begin the rest of your life. We're an accredited, nonprofit agency. We'll help reduce your repayment time by up to 75% and lower those high interest rates to as little as 0%.
Finally, I'm on the road to reestablishing my credit and my life.
Whether you owe thousands or hundreds of thousands in credit card debt, call the toll-free number on your screen for more information. Call now. Get your life back.
Looking for more help from Pat and Leo? Keep up with the digital duo every day. Get news, help, tips, in-depth online at techtv.com/screensavers.
More exciting than cooking bratwurst, it's Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
Okay, by then.
I should hope so.
Welcome back to X-Play.
Okay, hey, like many of you, we thought the side-scrolling shooter was dead. Apparently, someone forgot to tell the developers of Blowout. Here's our review.
There's a shaft just up ahead of you. Copy that?
Roger.
Ah, yes, the side-scrolling shooter. A remember when quarter-devouring genre forged in the Middle-earth of the world's arcades by a younger, Ritalin-chewing legion of gamers whose only expectations were to play beyond the endless continue screens. Now that space in any direction has been accomplished, do we really want to go crawling back to the limited confinement of left to right, up and down? You want nostalgia? Play Miss Pac-Man. Of course, the graphically compelling opening cutscene is in 3D, but you'll soon be transported to another dimension. A two-dimensional game space, that is. Though the game was created using a 3D graphics engine, its dimensional differences are limited, and you'll quickly feel an XY axis constraint, much like that felt by the hero of Mel Gibson's latest action movie. Okay, moving on. You'll start your tedious quest in the guise of an all-too-familiar, cigar-chewing space marine, John Dutch Payne. I'm sorry, but if you're not describing people who live in windmills or sugar, those names are getting highly unoriginal.
Please refrain from smoking in the elevator.
The story.
I'll jump right on it, like prom night.
Right. The story doesn't matter. It's see Jane bring the pain and run, Dick, run. And run you will, Dick, as this game becomes both frustrating and highly confusing as to where you actually are within its labyrinthine level design. Like a strip mall city, you'll begin to feel a dull numbness towards the sameness of the landscape. This, of course, makes it easy to get lost, and easy to fall into that ever-popular video game trap, the backtrack for the missed item. What rubbed our rhubarb was that you sometimes had to traverse the entire level before the game would tell you that you missed some nagging switch at the beginning.
Access denied.
Come on, guys, this isn't exactly a level tourist's dream vacation. Now, maybe it's just me, but I thought the control scheme was supposed to be designed in terms of what you'll encounter in the game. As you're assailed from all sides and the targeting reticle is kind of imperative in boss fights, why then would you put directional movement and targeting on the same joystick? This cumbersome controlling made knuckle-biting death a far too familiar scene. On a positive note, Blowout is one of the few side-scrolling shooters left out there. For those who miss that kind of thing, we won't really miss this one, folks. A 2 out of 5. Wow, this game really reminds me why side-scrolling shooters are a dying genre.
Yeah, and also, if do you think, the guy sounded like Ice-T, the rapper? I mean, do they hire some just schmo and say, talk like Ice-T, the rapper, because that's going to give the toughness to our game?
No, I'm sure they did. They were looking for Ice-T, but not.
Yes.
Exactly.
Well, if you want to know more about Blowout, like you do, or you want to know about Drake of the 99 Dragons, which you should, it's just that bad, you know where you can find it.
techtv.com/xplay.
That's our website.
We also you can also sign up for our newsletter there. We have little personal notes from Adam and I sometimes, and we have links to all our reviews and other great information.
Yeah, so go there now and while you do that, I'm gonna hit these buttons right here.
Oh, you're player one.
Here.
Right.